Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had a smashing Saturday so far. Today we're going to do a number of interesting things. We're going to be diving into Cardano, of course. We are going to look at the charts. We're not going to spend that much time on the Cardano chart on its own, as even the Saints would be getting tested holding Cardano right now. It's very lackluster, but ultimately, guys, one thing that I really want to reiterate is hang in there. It is absolutely coming, and I'm going to show you that in this video. Remember, we're on a journey. We've got this third leg within our fifth Elliott wave to come that I believe is going to see around about a $5 to $6 Cardano price. We're going to look at Bitcoin, of course. We're going to look at Bitcoin dominance. We're going to be comparing, and I'll talk you through it as we go through the video, the Bitcoin dominance chart with Bitcoin to show you that Bitcoin dominance goes up in the recovery. Bitcoin drags the entire market with it to both the up and the downside, and that's what Bitcoin is doing right now. It's leading the way for the altcoins. We're already starting to see Ethereum make those moves and follow in Bitcoin's footsteps. You are going to see Cardano do that, and I am also going to be bringing up the Bitcoin dominance chart and Cardano to really highlight that it's not long at all, ladies and gentlemen. This is an accumulation zone for Cardano. When the price goes sideways for Cardano in a bull market, and we are absolutely in a bull market, and the bulls have really been released with the SEC approving a futures Bitcoin ETF, and we're going to talk about that as well in this video. This is an accumulate range here, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you should be accumulating if you're looking to get into Cardano. Not financial advice. This is all just my own opinion, and everything I say on here is for entertainment and educational purposes only. But this is where I would personally be looking to accumulate, because what's going to come after this is an impulsive move to the upside. All you've gone through is an impulsive move and a pullback. This is how Cardano works. So we're going to be looking at a number of different charts. Before I start, I really just want to focus on the main news. This is extremely significant. This is a huge day for Bitcoin. A Bitcoin futures ETF has been approved. I think it was Pro Shares. I believe that's the correct way of saying it. They're supposed to be launching on Monday the 18th. And it was Valkyrie. Valkyrie are going to be listed on the NASDAQ. This has opened up the floodgates, because what this essentially does is it allows Wall Street to monetize and sell crypto. It's took cryptocurrencies from this kind of existence outside the financial realm into the financial realm. It's a derivative, obviously, of an ETF. An ETF is already a derivative of Bitcoin. It's kind of complicated, but this is going to allow your big institutions, your big hedge funds, your big players on Wall Street, your big companies to get involved with Bitcoin, gain exposure to crypto. And this is the first domino of many to fall. You will see an Ethereum ETF next, like we've already seen in Canada. They started out with Bitcoin, just like Grayscale started out with Bitcoin with their GBTC. They moved to Ethereum, and then they will, as more regulatory clarity comes, move down to altcoins. This is huge for the space in general. This is a fractal by Ki-Young Zhu. I think I've said that right. And essentially he's pointing out the first gold ETF listed on the New York Stock Exchange. And this is what you have for gold afterwards, guys. It's absolutely huge what's coming. We're going to do a number of other things, such as take a look at when we're likely to get some Dapp, some of these DeFi applications running on Cardano. This is a quick update, but we'll cover that towards the end of the video. So we've got lots and lots to go through in this video. Cardano is a bit lackluster. Like I say, even the Saints would be getting tested here. But this time period right here, in the same way that this time period right here, or prior to that, any time period where Cardano has essentially just gone sideways, which is a trait, it's a characteristic of Cardano, is just an accumulation zone, and that's what you're going through today. You are going to break out, and you are going to see new all-time highs in a short period of time. You guys know that we've got high hopes for Cardano. We've not changed any of our price predictions to date. We're sticking to them, and ultimately this month, the rest of this month anyway, is really going to be a very trying and testing time where we're going to get a lot of clarification on the direction that we're going, and ultimately we've said this time and time again, Bitcoin is just leading that charge. In yesterday's video where we looked at Bitcoin and the fact that an ETF was going to get approved before we had any kind of official clarity on it, you were here. And we said what's quite likely, very likely trait is before you come and take out a key level of resistance, you'll fall short before kind of setting up to smash through it. It's kind of like diving off a high diving board. You may peer over the edge before committing to actually jumping. And that's what you're doing here at this other resistance level. And this is a key resistance level. This essentially is going to see new all-time highs for Bitcoin, which are a week, 2 weeks at max away. You might see a bit more of a consolidation range here. But ultimately, in the same way you fell short here, came back to retest, let your EMAs, let all the data kind of creep up with you. You're going on again, you're falling short, ready for that impulsion. And this is what you're going to see. Very, very common trait. I mean, you're just playing this out here on a smaller scale, on a larger scale, guys. This is what you're seeing. But we've covered Bitcoin in plenty of detail. We've looked at all the kind of bullish continuation patterns that we're seeing. You guys remember the head and shoulders that we were calling for, or the reverse head and shoulders. This is the right way up for Bitcoin. Things are looking fantastic, and the floodgates have really opened with the first approved ETF futures. So Cardano's lackluster, but this is a common trait of a market recovering. We're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, and we're actually going to look at Bitcoin in comparison to the Bitcoin dominance chart and show you how the dominance for Bitcoin acts in a recovery, and why this is such a confirming factor that your altcoins are still yet to run. You know, this is the flow of money into markets. We're going to be looking at Cardano versus the Bitcoin dominance chart after we've shown you that Bitcoin will lead the way. So let's get into it, guys. This is a very common trait. What I want to do, hopefully you can see, essentially the dates will line up at the bottom of the screen. So the 5th of August, and then on this chart here, you've also got the 5th of August, or wherever it goes. So they're correlated. We will put markers in just to kind of really highlight it for you. But what I want to do is focus here, guys. That is the wrong tool. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll go here, which is the 21st of July, and we'll go here. And can you see here on the Bitcoin dominance chart, ladies and gents, your Bitcoin dominance goes up. Can you see this? Which is heavily correlated with the price of Bitcoin leading the charge, leading you out the doldrums here. So your Bitcoin dominance goes up with Bitcoin going up. Now, Bitcoin dominance goes up means that Bitcoin is gaining dominance over the altcoins, the rest of the cryptos in the market. So Bitcoin was really the front runner. It is the front runner of markets. It's where the big smart money is, and they're going to really permission everything else to run at this point. But ultimately, what you saw was Bitcoin dominance come down on round about the 31st of July. So if we go over here, 31st of July, you actually saw Bitcoin sell off as well. Now what I want to do is I want to remember these two dates. So the 21st of July, 21st of July, you saw Bitcoin explode, you saw the dominance go up. Let's take a look at Cardano versus the Bitcoin dominance chart. Let's get these as accurate as we can do. That's the 21st of July. The 21st of July here, ladies and gentlemen. So at this point, Bitcoin and Cardano are somewhat recovering, but Cardano is doing it in a very slow kind of way. So this is back to Bitcoin. I'm trying to make this as least confusing as possible. I hope you're following me. Essentially, Bitcoin had done a lot more from the 31st of July. The 21st of July till the 1st of August, which we'll put also on here for Cardano. So can you see that Cardano, in the time period that Bitcoin had really gone and made a significant gain, we'll do it in terms of percentages. So in this time period, Cardano had only got up by 34%, so it's still done it exceptionally well. Bitcoin, on the other hand, had gone up by over 45%. Then what you saw was Bitcoin sell off, and also the dominance go down with it. But then Bitcoin come back up, the dominance gain a little bit of an uptick, but then sell off again. But Bitcoin's price didn't go down. Bitcoin went up, but the altcoins actually outperformed it. And this is what I want to show you. So if we go to the bottom here, which is the 9th of September. Put the 9th of September on here as well, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe we'll use the 6th of September, just because we don't want to go in. We'll do the most recent sell-off in just a second. So you can see we've got the 9th of September here. Your Bitcoin dominance goes down, but the price continued to go up. Now, if we drop the 9th of September on here, ladies and gents, or the 8th of September, sorry, you can see that Cardano also continued to go up. Cardano didn't sell off, even though, or Cardano continued to go up at a faster rate than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dominance sold off, it slowed down, and the altcoins really took charge. But it really didn't get going until around about the 9th of August. Now, Bitcoin at this point had already, took out some of its previous highs and was significantly further along than Cardano was. Cardano stayed a little bit lackluster. In actual fact, it bottomed out a lot later than Bitcoin and then ran after. And this is what we're anticipating today, ladies and gentlemen, because your Bitcoin dominance will go down. Can you see you've got the same thing setting up today? So here was your recovery for Bitcoin. We'll show you this on the Bitcoin chart. Your recovery for Bitcoin here. Then your dominance went down. Even though Bitcoin continued to go up, your altcoins flourished in this time period. Same thing setting up today, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bitcoin dominance today. Bitcoin dominance going up, Bitcoin going up. Something like Cardano staying stagnant and really doing the same thing that it did over here. It didn't really do much. It started to somewhat recover. Can you see how you have this? By this time, Bitcoin was already away. Ethereum was following it more closely. You're not really doing a lot. But what you are going to see is you're going to see Bitcoin dominance do the same thing that it did over here. You're going to see Bitcoin dominance start to wane. You've got a bit of a double top here in the same way you did over here. You're going to see dominance start to wane. You're going to see Bitcoin continue to go up, but you're going to see altcoins like Cardano outperform and start to go on to make new all-time highs, because Cardano did a lot in a little period of time. Of course, you did have the Alonso hard fork, etc., etc., which really helped it. But this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for Bitcoin dominance to go down. I think Bitcoin's going to be quite strong generally, though, with the SEC's kind of news and approval of Bitcoin ETF. So that's really what we're waiting for. And that's important for me to kind of highlight that. Kind of confusing with there being two charts, but this is what we're anticipating. This is what we're holding on for. We're holding on for the Bitcoin dominance to kind of wane and really permissioning alts to run. And Ethereum is leading this charge for the altcoins. Bitcoin is leading it for the market as a whole. But ultimately, a coin like Cardano is going to play catch up, and we are going to see those. I can understand the frustration, but don't be frustrated, guys. There's nothing here of really any kind of worry whatsoever. And ultimately, this news for Bitcoin is fantastic for the entire space. It's a monumental day for the entire crypto space, and we are going to see those impulsions that we're all anticipating. And looks like we're going to end this year in a similar way to 2017 and prior to that 2013. The last thing that I want to touch on is a quick update in regards to smart contracts, some of the dApps being built on it. We'll play this clip. This is a mid-month development update for obviously this month. It came out yesterday, I believe. And this is one of the head honchos at the Cardano team talking about some of the dApps that he's working alongside and when we're likely to see those. So I'll play the clip and then we'll wrap this video up, ladies and gents.
Get their dApps over the line and to help people that are actually invested to be building businesses on Cardano as we go into the future. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming down the pipeline.
So we're pretty confident we're going to see some more dApps on Cardano within the next month or two?
I think before the end of the year, we'll see a healthy selection of dApps coming out. I think we're going to see a whole cross-section. Some things that will be on the testnet for people to play with using test data, and some people launching onto the mainnet as a first shot at it. Now, I don't want to get too excited. I am certain that we're going to get some good things out before the end of the year, but I think a lot of people will make sure that they do it in a sensible way. So the things that do come out might have an initial sort of beta release with slightly restricted functionality as they test the market. And that's the kind of thing you've got to expect. We've got to make sure we build solid foundations in this ecosystem and that people are actually rolling things out in stages. But there's a lot of good things to be looking forward to.
Great. So
we'll cut that there. That was just a quick update on the smart contracts. They're coming, guys. Remember, we're yet to see this DeFi boom for Cardano. This is going to be a fueling factor towards the price. Lots of interesting things going on in the space right now, but we're going to keep you up to date as things unfold. It's just a short and sweet update. I'm not sure how short it's been, but we've covered a lot. I really wanted to touch on the Bitcoin dominance again, looking at Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin dominance and something like Cardano to show you that Cardano will follow the money. We're not seeing anything out of the ordinary take place, and in fact, it's setting up in the same way that it has done previously. So that's really all I have for you guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Remember, we do have a Cardano stake pool now. The name of the stake pool is ALLIN. It's the official ALLIN crypto stake pool. If you guys can delegate to me, that would be fantastic. We're trying to get to the point where we start minting blocks and becoming an active participant in maintaining the Cardano ledger, the Cardano blockchain. And we are working on a number of things. We're in talks with a number of charities where we're actually going to get hands-on and make you guys feel good about delegating to the pool. That's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Enjoy the rest of your Saturdays, and I'll catch you in the next YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents.